Hi, parents of Redeemer Youth. It's Pastor Dan. I just wanted to share some more words of encouragement from this week. This past Sunday, I preached in the morning, and that was a really great and edifying time for me, and I hope it was for you as well. But during Sunday morning, I was not watching my own sermon. I have a very hard time doing that, and so I watched the worship service for my former church and listened to one of my mentors preach, Mark Salade. I'll include that down in the doobly-doo below. But he preached on the end of Galatians 5 and Galatians 6, and it really, these passages really um, were meaningful to me. So I thought I would share with you a little bit and reflect on what I've been thinking about Galatians 6, verse 1. It says, "Brothers, if anyone is caught in transgression, you who are spiritual should restore him in a spirit of gentleness. Keep watch on yourself, lest you too be tempted." I think that's such an important message for right now, because I'm sure your kids are driving you crazy. In the youth reflection that I posted just a minute ago, I talked about bearing with one another in love. But as parents, you have the opportunity to offer correction to your kids. You see their sin and you see the things that they do. And at this point, it might be easiest to respond in anger or frustration and to just lose your cool with them. But notice how Paul talks about restoring one another. It's to be done in gentleness. Gentleness is a key sign, as Paul says in Galatians, at the end of Galatians 5, of keeping in step with the Spirit, that we walk in gentleness, that we uh, are not those who crush our children, crush those who are younger and weaker than us, but that we seek to respect who they are and their dignity and love them even as they do wrong things. It's important to remember this because Jesus himself was gentle. As parents, you have an opportunity to represent Christ to your children, and we want to reflect well Jesus, and so that includes his own gentleness. Jesus did not break the bruised reed, and so as you see sin in the lives of your kids, which you surely will over this next week, uh, remember Jesus. Remember that Jesus was gentle with you, that he did not crush you, but that he loved you and gave himself for you. And that even as we are called to restore, that as we are called to call our children out in their sin, we should do it with love and gentleness and patience. I hope that you find these words encouraging, especially as this quarantine continues to go on. Just a quick reminder as well from me. We have the high school students have an opportunity to participate in a service week, the first week of August 1st. I included that in the parents' letter. If you weren't able to see that, if you don't have that letter anymore, feel free to let me know, and I'd be happy to send that information to that. That's all current high school students, including those who will be graduating. It's an opportunity for us to serve down in Kalamazoo and support a sister church down there. So that's all I have for today. I hope you have a great week.